All right, today I have something special. I have ramen noodles, but a different type of ramen noodles. I have Gree noodle made with moroheiya. It is accompanied with a shiitake soy sauce. Absolute goodness. See, these noodles are Gree noodles. That's why they look like this right here. They are low in fat. They have 8 grams of fiber, 7 grams of protein, vegetarian, no MSG, not fried, no GMO. And one more thing that they should have added on here is a box for absolute goodness, if you ask me. Absolute goodness. Now you can see the shiitake mushrooms in here, right here. And it's ready in 3 to 4 minutes. Absolute goodness. Look on the back. A little bit healthier than the normal ramen noodles that we are all used to. All right. Also comes with vegetables like the shiitake, mushrooms. All right. Bring 420 approximately milliliters, approximately 2 cups of water to a boil. Add noodles and simmer for 3 to 4 minutes. Remove from heat and mix in the contents of the soup powder and soy sauce. Absolute goodness. So let's get started with this. I'm going to boil the water and then I'm going to add the ramen noodles to the pot. Absolute goodness, if you ask me. Absolute goodness. All right. The water is about boiling. It's almost boiling. So I'm going to add the Gree noodles to the pot. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. Now normally I wait to the water to boil, but it's almost there, so I'm going to add this. Before I add this, look at it. Here are the Gree noodles. All right, that I'm going to add. Look at it. There's Gree all over it. Absolute goodness. Never seen anything quite like it, but we're going to try it today. All right, so we have the Gree noodles, and then here is the shiitake packaging that I'm going to add to it. It's the soup base. Add that a little bit later. And I also have, well, this is boiling. Let me go ahead and add this to it. I'm going to take a little bit of the crunchies of the Gree noodles. Crunchy, not much flavoration to it. I'm just going to change when I add the shiitake. Flavoration back. If you don't know what shiitake is, it is a mushroom. All right. I'm going to add this to it. I'm going to go ahead and flip-orate this. I don't know why this is taking so long to boil. But let me zoom in a little bit so you can see this. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and flip-orate this so the water can permeate this a little bit faster. Let me go like that. Sit that in there, even it out. Absolute goodness. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up the flavor ration packet of the shiitake packet. So I have it right here. Soy sauce soup base powder. Absolute goodness. Flavoration. Let me go ahead and open this up. Excuse me. Ate a little bit of the crunchies. Went down the wrong pipe. So I have the soy sauce in here. And so I have the base. I'm just going to go ahead and prep this. I'm going to open this up because when it comes time to actually adding the flavoration to it, I want it to be fairly fast. Now, I feel like I have too much water in here. So I'm going to take a cup. Now, I don't recommend that you do this. I'm highly trained. I'm just going to take a little bit of the water and get a little bit of water because I don't want it to be watered down. So I take a little bit of the water, get that out of there. Absolute goodness. Now, if you look at the noodles, they are boiling a little bit, and they're starting to cook. So I'm just going to even them out a little bit, like this. Absolute goodness, if you ask me. Absolute goodness. Now, they're in the water, and they're going to start to boil. Now, it is well known that a lot of people try to add the flavoration packet afterwards. I, however, like to add the flavoration packet while it's cooking so the flavoration can permeate into the noodles completely. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of the water and dump some of the water out of it because I like a little bit of strong flavor. All right, so I have that, and I'm going to go ahead and add the seasoning packet. Add the seasoning to it. Make sure you get all of the seasoning out of it. And then add the soya. You can smell the shiitake mushrooms. Get that flavoration going in there. Absolute goodness. And then I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Go ahead and get the packet going. Soy sauce is a little bit harder to open, but get it open. Get the soy sauce in there. Absolute goodness. It's starting to smell good. I can smell the shiitake mushrooms. Flavoration pack. Flavoration is being permeated. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit of it cooking. Get in there. Look at that. You see it boilerating. Look at it. The flavoration is being immersed in the noodles. Let me check the ramen noodles to see if they're al dente. Check it. So you can grab one of the noodles. Look at that. Not quite al dente, but it's working on it. All right, so just gonna let this boil a little bit longer. Zoom it right out like that. All right, smelling good, smelling great. The only thing that can be better than this is a steak with ramen noodles. And I'm gonna actually have ramen noodles and steak sometime soon, so be on the lookout for that. We're gonna have ramen noodles and steak dinner. Absolute goodness, absolute goodness. All right, so we're gonna take this, it's boilerating. I'm gonna go ahead and add it, check it one more time to see if they're al dente. And then I'm gonna add it to the pot. Take the ramen noodle. These are really good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the pot. And I'm going to take the ramen noodles. Now be careful when you do this. I don't recommend you doing it this way. Remember, I am a chef. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Look at that. I'm gonna zoom in close so you can see a little bit better. All right, come up to the screen. Smell that. Can you smell the broth? Can you smell the shiitake mushrooms? Can you smell the soy sauce? Absolute goodness, if you ask me. Absolute goodness.